Helpful grammar tip. Farther is for physical distance, further is for metaphorical distance, and father is for emotional distance. Who hurt you? My father. Did you not read the post? When you're in a normal convo and they bring up a weird niche interest you're obsessed with and you have to pretend that you only like it a normal amount and not a psychotic amount. I don't know, if we're talking and you mention something very particular that I'm into, I will go off. I get ready to have your ear chewed off. Picture this. We go on a date for a few drinks. We're both tipsy and it's 1:30 a.m., so we decide to get authentic Mexican food. Once we finish the $13.76 worth of Taco Bell, we head back to my car. It's on fire. You turn and signal me to call 911, but I'm standing behind you with marshmallows and sticks. You blush and we cuddle together while my blazing car keeps us warm. We joke, we laugh, you lean in for a kiss, I chloroform you and rob you. It wasn't even my car on fire. Fanfic authors are insane. They'll write about your whole world crumbling in pain, despair, lost love, and darkness, and then you see notes. Hey, Lamau, I had pancakes this morning while writing this, and my cat walked into flour. It was funny. Hit me up on Twitter. Hee. Peace. Publisher. So you've given us a book about a big friendly giant, one about an enormous crocodile, and another where a granny takes a magic medicine and grows as big as a house. What's new? Roald Dahl. There's this peach. Publisher, is it? It's f***ing huge. Does anyone else look in the fridge for a snack only to find you have no snack-worthy snacks, so then you lower your snack expectations and eat like a single slice of cheese and a random grape? Remember when you first started driving and everything was scary? Now you're going 80, putting salsa on your taco, driving with your knees. Please do not do this. Why are math teachers never sick and English teachers are always pregnant? What? Me regularly uses the same 3 things at home. Me packing for vacation. I wonder if I'll need 4 French horns or 5. When you expose the gender trap and tell them every celebrity is born the opposite gender and transitioned as sacrifice to gain fame, money, and power, and then created the LGBT community to continue blood, physical, surgical sacrifices. But y'all ain't ready for this convo yet. Remember that phase of grade school when it was pretty common for kids to just randomly throw up in the middle of class? Why was that a thing? How do you feel about being in a relationship with someone who's still active on Tinder but says it's just to find friends? That's not what Tinder is for, though. I know friends who have made friends from Tinder before, but initially they met to not just be friends, you know? A president makes a new law that anyone shorter than him gets executed, but he accidentally makes it an amendment to the Constitution, so it applies to future presidents too. In the next elections, there's a frenzy of people voting for the shortest president so they don't die, and this is how they end up electing a 3-foot-tall man named Pinwheel Patrick, who goes on to become the most tyrannical dictator the world has ever seen. I really prefer a girl that would cheat on you within the first 3 months of the relationship, not these spawns of Satan that waste 5 years of your time and after you introduce them to everyone you know and family and your ancestors, then go and cheat on you. Then when you break up, you gotta go sacrifice a goat at the grave of your great-grandfathers to apologize for introducing them to a hoe. Imagine a spider crawled in your suitcase while you were packing and you went on holiday, and then it crawled out into this weird country it's never seen before. Do you reckon it would miss its family, or just get along with the locals and start a new life as a bartender on the beach? I don't care if Will Smith stripped down to his drawers, crawled on the floor, sniffing people's shoes while howling like a coyote. I would not watch the Oscars or support any other Hollyweird ceremony where the wealthy, disconnected, immoral elite gather to award themselves. Guys really live in apartments like this and don't see any issue. Sorry we don't understand this economy and don't waste our money on dumb shit like 3 wooden arrows that say live, laugh, love. Yeah, I mean, honestly, this, TV, video game console, chair, food in the kitchen, what else do you need? Do you ever wonder how many stories have been told about you? I don't mean rumors or gossip. A story like, one time I was at the mall and this girl dropped her hot dog, but she picked it up and ate it. What if I'm that girl? How many times have people seen me do something I thought no one saw and is now being used as an icebreaker at a family dinner? One time I was in this historical park in New York and I was climbing a tree in order to get a good photo, and I fell out just as a family was walking past. 2 years later, I ran into the mom at Stop and Shop and she gasped and said, "Oh my god, tree girl?" And I've never been the same since. Meeting her family for the first time and her grandmother goes deathly pale and shouts the name of a monster from her country's folklore when she sees you. Picture this. You're 31 and you just married your soulmate and are on your way to your beautiful honeymoon. The plane lands in Bora Bora. As it touches the ground, your wife begins clapping. She's an airplane clapper. You get on a plane right back to America and you never speak again. Me. Tries to resize an image. Microsoft Word. Lamau, okay. Deletes all vowels. Pastes the Aldi employee handbook. Starts 3D printing a haunted amulet. One day I'm gonna write a book about a recipe blogger that confesses to murder in every single recipe on their website, but they never get caught because no one reads the 12 pages of text before the recipe. I'm not like the other girls, she winks. Neither am I giggle. Both of us remove our trench coats, revealing 4 raccoons stacked under each. No, not again, the waiter cries, grabbing a broom. All 8 of us snatch as many breadsticks as our tiny arms will hold, bungling out the back door on hind legs, chittering into the night. My family's mantras. 1. We are kind. 2. We are loud. 3. We all agree for the greater good that if one of us is drowning in water deeper than Dad can stand in, we must drown because Dad can't swim and there's no point the rest of them not having a dad anymore. 4. Mom is right. When you a 6'10 dark soul who's destroyed countless opponents and risen from the dead multiple times via evil powers, but your grandma's boy and she loves you. Is that the Undertaker? Does anyone else feel like they are a lazy perfectionist with ADHD and chronic fatigue who is pretty chill besides the occasional panic attack and loves their friends but hates people? Y'all want a free-spirited girl until she's dance battling a crackhead at the 7-Eleven. Dang, I want to wear this with a secret earpiece in my earrings with a voice instructing me to assassinate someone important while I sip champagne at a dinner party and beat every man out there in a debate. How do I tell my boyfriend that I want him to scream at me in bed like he's Gordon Ramsay and I'm a little chef who just ruined a creme brulee? Dogs are welcome in this hotel. We never had a dog that smoked in bed and set fire to the blankets. We never had a dog that stole our towels and played the TV too loud or had a noisy fight with his traveling companion. We never had a dog that got drunk and broke up the furniture, so if your dog can vouch for you, you're welcome too. The management. You ever smell the air and it smells like the 4th grade Scholastic book fair on a chilly Tuesday in October of 2007? I smelled that smell recently, and it was strange. You live in Buffalo, you work a blue-collar job, you save up all year to see your team in the playoffs. You brave the freezing temperatures and get this. It's a cold and lonely walk back to your 2005 Ford Taurus. Time to go home and heat up a microwave dinner with a Coors. You've got work tomorrow. Pill that makes you experience when your blankets are so warm but you have to grab something that's just out of reach and ruin your comfort and you know you won't be able to get it back. It's the point of no return when it comes to waking up. I may not be the one you marry, but I'll be the one you'll be thinking about 20 years from now while you are listening to oldies and holding a drink that tastes like regret as you look over at the ugly lump of fuck you are stuck with. Check your kids' Halloween candy carefully. Someone tried to hide the SS Edmund Fitzgerald, pride of the Great Lakes Fleet. I hate when you're leaving your place and you're like, hey, turn off the light to save energy, and some dick is like, well, you know most of your power bill is from your AC. Thanks, Brett, I do. That's not the point, and you're only here because our girlfriends are friends. I hate to admit this, but our feelings on certain things really do change as we get older. 10 years ago, I would have preferred to get a new video game instead of an engagement ring, but now that I'm older, I would prefer to get a domesticated raccoon instead of an engagement ring. Massive L to our ancestors for not domesticating the bear for the ultimate friend. I sympathize with the post on the one hand, but also, man, we should have domesticated bears has the same energy as a divorced dad being like, I should have married that girl from high school when the girl in question was never ever interested and also turned out to be a lesbian frontwoman for an obscure but respected ska revival band. Posts like these are why I can't leave Tumblr and have ultimately stopped trying. I'm going to sell ketchup that flows more than 14 centimeters in 30 seconds at 20 degrees Celsius when tested in a Bostic consistometer, Code of Federal Regulations Title 21, subsection 155.194B1. The evangelical girls in my class who weren't allowed to read Harry Potter because it had witchcraft now think they can cure measles with essential oils. Who is in potions class now, Graceland? Office jobs are so funny because you'll be 24 and your greatest enemy in the world is a 55-year-old woman named Bushra from finance. Absolutely no drinks on the pool table ever. Never ever. Not even once. Never ever ever. No food or drink. You just won $23 million and your uncle swallowed a spoon and needs $22.9 million for surgery. As a child of God, what will you do? You're gonna shit your pants and kill your roommate when you see what these child stars look like now. Christ. Me. Good night, honey. Wife. Good night. Evil bullfrog that lives under our bed. Angry ribbit. Both of us in unison. Good night, evil bullfrog. Happy ribbit. Imagine if instead of K-pop it was R-pop and it's from Russia, and you had girls all over Twitter being like, Stream Chiki Breki of Domkin, posting pictures like this and being like, OMG, Inovevich looks so cute. Wife, why are you putting garlic in your pants? Me, so Dracula won't try to eat my ass. Wife, why would Dracula try to eat your ass? Me, he won't. Are you even listening? There are two kinds of people. The ones that pack 6 days before a trip, and the ones that wake up day of and realize they need to do a load of laundry and they marry each other. Imagine a swarm of 8-year-olds, all wearing Minecraft, Angry Birds, and Minion t-shirts, running up to you and viciously beating the shit out of you while chanting YouTuber intros. This is really specific, are you okay? Awesome how it takes weeks to get used to waking up early, and then you can just piss it all away in one night by watching YouTube known sightings in South America until 3 a.m. Okay, 1, that's a deep cut, fuck you, and 2, 3 a.m., amateur. This is definitely the most bizarre question I've ever seen on a job application. You've been given an elephant. You can't give it away or sell it. What would you do with the elephant? Yeah, what the hell is that used for? Okay, can we agree that the worst feeling is when you're just sitting around consciously procrastinating and you're just overly aware that each second that passes is more time wasted, and you watch hours pass and you're still procrastinating and you can't stop, and your panicked brain is trapped inside a body that refuses to be productive, and inside you're screaming but outwardly you're just eating chips? What do you trust more than the Bible? The ads on Hub telling me girls within 3 miles of my location want to hook up. Jesus, Grandma, what the f***? Are you alive or are you the body they found on trail by Slumkirk and Sunbury Avenue? Jesus Christ. If you ask a coworker, how are you? And they say, well, I'm here, that loosely translates to, I need you to push me off the roof. We can make it look like an accident. If I die, I'm finally free. If I live, we'll sue this place and split the money. Please, for the love of God, help me. Killing 31,646 people would save the same amount of oxygen as planting 20 million trees. I worry about you sometimes, Candace. You can only pick 2. 1. Can you communicate with oysters? 2. Free gravel for life. 3. Can teleport up to 7 inches away. 4. Grow a second nose. 5. Can control any toaster with your mind. 6. Look 10 hours younger. 7. Can instantly see inside any empty container. 8. Speak the extinct language Khitan. 9. Can run as fast as Albert Einstein. I mean, honestly, I think the only thing that would actually be cool and useful is number 7. You get to look inside any container. Dude, if you have this power, you can buy blind bags and always know what's inside. I'm just saying, I have no idea what I would do with the second one. Probably communicate with oysters. I'd like a Purge movie where they deal with the awkwardness of the next day. You turn up at work and everyone's asking where Bob from sales is. Then you admit you killed him during the Purge. # that awkward moment.